Hey everyone, thanks for joining us on the Time Rust Brain Trust podcast. My name's Nathan, I'll be your host tonight, and we're going to talk with a couple of great guys who are part of the Brain Trust. We're going to talk about some fun stuff. Our topics usually include anything from movies, music, television, comics, wrestling. We're going to start getting into music more often, but right now, MMA, a little later. So let's start with what we have for today after the introductions. Marquise.
I'm Marquise. I do the comic stuff and whatever. I can do wrestling and whatever else I'm needed for. But that's why my main specialty. So with you, yeah.
I'm Eli. I'm going to be the main video game guru, whiz kid, do-gooder, covering video game stuff, do some comics, movies, cinema. That's the kind of stuff I'll be getting into. Basically, I play all the games, I watch all the movies, I read most of the comic books from DC and not Marvel.
I was going to say, you're a little behind on your comics. We'll get to that in a minute, but you, no Marvel.
Yeah, I'm the Marvel guy. So
yeah, no Marvel.
I don't know. I think you're the,
I used to have a lot of Marvel.
Yeah, I like it all. So, but I lean towards Marvel.
I used to have a lot of Marvel. Now I just focus on DC. I like Batman.
He likes capes, but I digress.
I like the capes every now and then, but really the only guys that I think can pull it off are Superman and Batman. Everyone else looks a little
I'll give you
goofy.
I'll give you that for sure.
I mean, anyone, even in Marvel, Vision, that's dumb. Scarlet Witch, dumb. Scarlet Witch is basically half naked and then has a cape.
That's any Marvel character, female Marvel character. So except Captain Marvel, she's.
I'll say now Captain Marvel, she's actually wearing more clothing now. So, and then they did a thing with Wonder Woman where she stopped wearing the short shorts or whatever. I don't even know what you call those. What do you?
She wears the booty shorts.
Yeah, it's terrible. And now she's wearing like jeans, and people got pissed. Not jeans, but they're like tights. Yeah, that's the thing with Marvel versus DC. They have their little tights, It's just... Anyways.
So that's why everybody just started replacing super powerful, heroic female characters with Hawkeye.
Pretty much. Yeah. Okay, so, Marquise, what are you doing?
What am I doing? Oh, this week, I played Max Payne 3, which was, it was awesome. A little hard for me, but I played Syndicate, which was an alright game.
Now we're talking about the 2012 version.
Yeah, it came out in 2012. Yeah.
Yeah, because there's the one before.
Yeah, it just came out this past.
Oh, well, the 2012 version Syndicate, and it wasn't bad. I mean, I liked it. It was hard. The aim was a little crazy.
It had some cool mechanics though. Right?
It had very cool mechanics. I like the hacking. I like hacking turrets. I like hacking people and their shields and stuff. I like that.
Taking away dudes' cover
and just the cover. It had a cover system. It had a decent cover system, but the aim was kind of off. Even the auto aim was just it wouldn't auto aim. Certain guns were great, and certain guns were just crap. But and the ending was lackluster. Had some good voice talent in it. Rosario Dawson was one of the characters.
I didn't know that. That's
Brian Cox was the antagonist.
Brian Cox is always awesome.
Yeah.
Super Troopers for life, yo.
Yeah, so and that was good. What else? I watched Battleship this week.
Why?
Well, hold on. Now, what did you think of that? Come on. Be honest.
It was better than Transformers.
Dark of the Moon?
Yeah, it was better.
Or all Transformers.
Now,
movies, mind you, not the whole franchise.
Not the franchise, just the movies.
Just the Michael Bay movies.
Yeah.
It wasn't as bad as people made it out to be, but it's still a board game.
But Rihanna.
Rihanna.
Why?
She was just her talent. Acting-wise, she's a talentless hack.
Oh, man.
Personally.
You'd have been better off to just play the video game based on the movie, because that actually is surprisingly interesting.
Hey, at least it had Brooklyn Decker.
Another one. She should stand there and look pretty.
Exactly.
Leave the acting to the good people.
It had Liam Neeson, for crying out loud.
Yeah, but there wasn't enough to save the day.
No.
I also watched CM Punk Best of the World. What a great documentary. That was beautifully done.
I watched a couple minutes of that.
It was well done. It got into a lot of behind the scenes of wrestling. He would be very candid about it, and they were very candid on the WWE tried to spin it their way too, with how he was held down and how he had great runs with people, and it was just shut off. Like he had that big rump feeling taker, and then they just killed him.
They just took it out.
Yeah, and they say how Vince wasn't sure he could run. It's like as a bad guy at first, he was like, "This is what I've been doing for my entire career, is being straight edge hardcore bad guy." So that was a great documentary. Let's see. I also watched Young Justice this week.
Nice.
War was awesome.
I gotta get back into that. I watched so much of it when it first started, and then I just fell off.
Spoiler alert: Mongol is beast.
That was actually really awesome.
Mongol is beast. That whole scene when Savage is talking to Mongol, he just started whispering. He just gets up in the middle of the trial, and everyone looks at him like, and they all freak out, and he just walks away, and it's like, and they're like, "Who's that?" And they're like, "I don't know." And he comes to Earth, and he just destroys the team. It was beautiful. Warworld was. I like how they did Warworld. It was very nice. This week's big reveal, again, spoiler alert: Blue Beetle turned officially. So that was big news. And Young Justice, awesome show. Sad they're canceling it.
Are they really?
That and Green Lantern.
Green Lantern.
Really?
They're replacing it with the new.
They just started this big initiative, last year, this time?
This shows you that DC does not know what they're doing.
Dude, DC doesn't know what they're doing.
All
Warner
their,
Brothers don't know what they're doing.
All their actual movies are all really,
they're animated
really
movies.
good.
Yes, they're very good.
Yeah.
But when it comes to TV and their movies and their
That's
live action,
disappointing.
it's disappointing. Yeah.
Which is funny because what did they bring us? Batman the Animated Series, which is by far, the best animated
That's
series
the
ever.
go-to superhero anime.
Young Justice is a great series. They just crapped out on it. Green Lantern is a great series.
Batman the
They
Animated
just crapped
Series
out on
and
it.
Batman Beyond are both amazing series.
Yeah, it's the same thing where the network just fails them. They're like, we have this great
Cartoon-
product, but we don't want this. We want something else.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Cartoon Network wanted something kid friendly. They wanted something.
They
didn't
wanted
want,
some live-action sketch comedy show.
So but they,
Cartoon Network.
Yeah.
We
So-
have live action.
Yeah.
Don't get me started about Incredible Crew. Anyway,
Is that what that is? Incredible
Yeah.
Crew? I saw clips of it.
But now they're replacing that with Teen Titans Go, which is like Teen Titans Light, basically.
Is Puffy Amiyumi doing the intro?
Oh yeah, it's going to be like the Teen Titans show,
Okay,
except
all right.
it's going to be light. It's not going to be dark. It's going to be very light. They're not even going to be fighting bad guys here. They're going to be about living with each other. It's going to be like the real world for Teen Titans.
Well, isn't it also going to be
I'm on board.
not super deformed completely, but more super deformed?
It's going to be more of the anime style, more hardcore. Like they're not going to look like how they were in the original series. They're going to be a little more chibi characters.
Yeah, that's fun.
And then they're going to do their new.
No, it's not.
And then they're doing their new CG the Batman.
What is it? Beware the Batman.
Beware the Batman, whatever
Yeah,
the
yeah,
stupid
yeah.
show's called, and it's like Alfred with a
Oh,
shotgun.
yeah, I saw
they're not
that.
going.
Yeah.
They're not fighting any of the main. They said they're not going to use any of the main
Yeah.
villains. They're going to use side villains.
But-
it
Yeah.
reminds me of like Batman the Brave and the Bold.
Batman has too many hardcore
was
rogue
real
villains
bad.
as it is. To use side villains like
or
Maxi Zeus.
the Batman.
The Batman.
The
Was pretty
Batman
good.
was pretty good.
Well, I was gonna say it was terrible. Just because
The Joker in that.
the Joker was terrible. He had
He's like a
like
Rastafarian.
I like that.
his hair was weird.
I like that he was like a monkey kung fuist, and it was pretty hardcore. But anyway, I digress.
So that was the Jackie Chan Adventures people.
It was I'm sure it was. It looked like it was.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway,
It had that style.
we're straying off topic here. I also saw TMNT, the new one with the CG one.
That's the first you've seen that one?
No, I just saw I was not the first I've seen it, but I saw the new one with Karai, and the relationship with Leo and Karai is very cool. Kelly Hugh was playing Karai, which is awesome. She's hot. So
Yes, she is.
with that, and then I read in this week I just read Secret Avengers #1. I like the premise of it, that there's a secret team, but the story so far I gotta give it another two or three issues.
Yeah.
But it's got Black Nick Fury in it, so yeah, 616 Black Nick Fury. And that's what I was doing this week.
Nice. Well, I guess that means it's my turn. I've been doing a lot. Played a lot of Far Cry 3 this week.
Oh boy.
No,
A whole bunch.
that game is.
I can't say too much because somebody hasn't finished it as much as I have yet. Like I'm right there. I think I'm there. I'm like right there near the end.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've got
But,
probably another 10 hours.
Like you don't even know how crazy that game gets. Like the game is crazy. It's really good. I'm having a lot of fun with that. Of course, playing Fire Emblem because that's what's hot on the 3DS right now. So I've been playing a good amount of that. It's a lot of fun. I've been watching a little bit of Netflix, watching some Sherlock on there because that series is like a movie every episode. And it's maybe the best Sherlock Holmes that's ever been created.
Although, didn't you find it amusing that they decided to create their own Sherlock over here instead of just, using that show?
Yeah,
That's
new,
what people are pissed off
dude,
about.
Elementary makes me so upset. Like, I'm so pissed about Elementary. Like, why does that exist? And why is Watson a girl? Like,
I think
Like, that's
one
silly.
because
That's-
Lucy Liu was very hot.
well,
Two,
that's a terrible reason.
Two, two, they're trying to be. You gotta understand, in America,
Like,
we
I
have
agree,
to be.
but that's a terrible reason.
America, we have to be diversified, and you're killing two birds with one stone. You got an
Yeah.
Asian chick,
and
boom,
you got a British dude.
and a British dude. That's diversity right there
Yeah.
in America.
And he used to bang Angelina Jolie. True fact.
John Lee Miller.
Yeah.
I don't know.
They did Hackers together.
Oh yeah.
Actually, I think they were married, technically.
Yeah, she gets around.
The crazy show. I enjoy that. Read a little bit of the comics that I'm behind on. A couple Batman's Beyond, where Night of the Owls. After Night of the Owls wrapped up, I'm like 2 or 3 issues past that now. So I've still got like 10 issues to catch up on, pretty much. Close to 10. And I've been obviously working on some stuff for this, working on some logos and stuff for our podcast and all that. I've also what else was I playing? I was playing some Trials, the newer one. Amazing, still fun. Even after I've finished all the courses, I still go back and just play them over and over again because they're awesome. And a lot of great community content on there. I've been watching. I completely lost train of thought. What I was
I say you
watching.
probably haven't been watching much of anything if you're playing that many games.
Yeah, I've been playing so many games that I watch a little bit of stuff here and there. Mostly like right before I go to sleep, I'll watch like an episode of Sherlock or something like that. Really just a lot of 3DS, a lot of Fire Emblem, and a lot of Far Cry 3, with a few other things interspersed. Played a little Minecraft. Always playing a little bit of Minecraft here and there.
See, I like Minecraft, but I took a little bit of a break from it just because of this whole issue with the cloud killing me because I had a game save on
Oh yeah, on the Xbox version. Yeah.
there.
Yeah. See, I don't have that problem on PC,
Well, your hard drive could still fail.
but it won't.
Really?
Really?
But yeah, he's
Do you want me to show you all the hard drives I've had that failed
the
over the years?
voodoo magic he's performing on his hard drive. It will never fail.
It won't.
Never fail.
It'll be fine.
So Nate, what have you been doing? I guess right.
Yeah, that's pretty much all I've been doing this week.
Let's see. This week for me, well, I just watched Perks of Being a Wallflower earlier.
Was that good? I wanted to watch that.
I tell you this,
It looked funny.
it's not as bad as I thought it would be. It's not a funny movie. It's more of a coming of age tale.
Is it like a Nick
Is
and
that the one with Emma Watson in it?
Yes.
And yeah, I saw that.
Is it like Nick and Nora's playlist kind of?
Way better.
Is way better.
Oh
than
my
that?
gosh, yeah. But
Nick and Nora's playlist wasn't bad.
Nick
It was
Nora's
alright.
Infinite Playlist was a road trip
The
movie
book,
with a great soundtrack.
the book was way better. Personally, read the book way better. But I digress.
Well, they just made an excuse to go around and listen to music while we have
Yeah.
attractive and somewhat attractive people in a film.
Michael Cera, somewhat.
Dude, come on, man. I'm sorry, but
The dude's funny.
He's a great actor. Don't get me wrong.
He's about as funny as a brick.
Aw. You didn't like Arrested Development, did you?
That's offensive to bricks.
Aw.
No, here's what it is. Ready? When people write for him, he's hilarious.
He does
Yeah.
his own thing.
Well, how often does he do his own thing?
I don't like to think about that.
Yeah, seriously.
Let's see. Also, well, it's a good movie. I'll just say this. It's also based upon a book. Good movie. The ending gives you some swerves.
Yeah.
I didn't see them coming, and they're not like content with just one. It has like 3 or 5 swerves, And so by the end of the film, you feel like you've been misled, but you're like, okay, I like this. I like where it's gone, and I see a happy future. It's not like, oh, I don't know. I'm trying to think of a movie that's a good example, but sometimes they just like to kill off everyone or people, and just make it a miserable experience. The one with the dude from Twilight, Robert Pattinson. Was it Remember Me? I think. Spoiler alert. You think it takes place now.
Spoiler alert, they don't remember him.
Guess what? At the very end of the film, he goes to visit his dad. And his dad worked downtown in New York City.
Oh, that was a good movie.
And it was September 11th.
He
died.
That was a good movie.
That was a terrible movie. I hate it.
Because he died.
It sounds like
was
a terrible
good movie.
Because he died.
It sounds like a terrible movie.
No. He fell in love with a girl. And
Hey, I know how to tug at some heartstrings.
Yeah.
September 11th. 9/11.
Now, don't get me wrong. He is not the role. He is. His acting is about as dry as
Sand.
the desert.
Yeah.
But
he's not.
That
good.
movie was a very well done movie, especially with the twist at the end, which with him dying in September 11th, and she was it was.
Like, I'm going along thinking, okay, so their family is getting better, everything's getting a little better, then, oh no, screw you. Like, okay.
Because they found the recording record, he went to go visit his dad, and
Yep.
he saw the plane, and then his family found out. Didn't they show his family finding out?
I think so. And then also they had, what was it? They had this little girl that was his sister sitting in a classroom, and then, the teacher sometimes put the date on the board so you know it the whole time. And of course it looks and it says September 11th, 2001. I'm like, oh, great. Awesome. I was watching it with my lady friend, and we were just like, no, screw this film. Never again. Not never again to September 11th, but never again to Robert Patterson. So anyways, let's see. Perks of Being a Wallflower, definitely recommend it. Far Cry 3, as you mentioned. I love that game. It's absolutely gorgeous, even on the 360, and it's worth playing. I love it. I got to play the co-op after I beat the main thing.
Would you say that it's the first Far Cry that's worth playing?
Yeah,
I played Far Cry 2, and I'm going to say it. Yeah, it's worth it.
Yeah, we've all played it.
Yeah.
Far Cry 1 was a competent shooter in the day.
Far Cry 1 was amazing until you go in the cave and the little monsters start running around. And they lost me.
They keep trying to do things with that series that don't need to be done. Especially, spoiler, at the end of Far Cry 2, where you die.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Like, why? You just,
What?
like, it kind of makes everything
What?
a waste. Unless you have a good reason for dying, like you sacrifice yourself.
Let's see.
And I'm not talking like Mass Effect 3 sacrifice yourself. I'm
Don't
talking...
Don't get me started on that stuff. And just, we'll have a special thing just for Mass Effect 3, and they've had all this DLC come out. We can talk about that down the road. But the other thing I've been playing is WWE 13, which is the best wrestling game since WWF No Mercy. And since we are a podcast friendly to wrestling, that's kind of a big deal. I love No Mercy so much, and now this has a pay-per-view section, or pay-per-view mode, part of its league, which is called WWE Universe.
It is really impressive.
The graphics
the
are
amount of
okay.
stuff they have in it this time.
But the entrances now are outstanding, so I'm pretty happy with that.
Yeah.
But really, other than that, I've been watching a lot of TV. Community's back, woohoo.
Yeah,
so.
that episode was amazing, and they had a Circuit City joke.
And they had a Circuit City joke, which is so cool. By the way, we are all former Circuit City employees.
Rest in peace, Big Red. Rest in peace.
We were there till the end, and you know what? That's how I got some really
Our
cool
audit guy
electronics.
was a douche. Our audit guy was a supreme
No, that
douche.
dude was cool.
That dude
was cool.
That dude was not cool. We
Yeah,
all
he
hated
was.
that. You liked him. I didn't like that guy.
That
guy
dude was cool.
He was all
He
over
was
me.
nice.
I went to go buy a game once, and he was like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm buying a game." He was like, "Well, you shouldn't do that for a customer." I'm like, "Dude, the store's going out of business. Let me go buy my game with my customer discount, please."
He had a big TV stashed for himself that he got super cheap.
Yeah, I got was it Fallout 3 for half off because it had just come out. I got Dead Space for 95% off. And then what else? I got a camera.
But see, he got mad because people were stashing games away. Some of us got smart and stashed games in the ceiling tiles of the bathroom.
Dude, that's what we
was
had
desperation.
to do. Yeah, I was stashing stuff like that, and he still
I don't think I
found it.
stashed anything.
This could
I
just
stashed
fail.
I stashed my copy of Gears 2. That's when I first bought my Xbox.
Yeah.
I stashed my copy of Gears 2, and I bought it cheap.
Other than that,
Random TV and stuff.
well, just lots of. I watch way too much TV.
Yeah.
Justified. If you consider yourself a redneck or country person and you're not watching Justified, you suck. If you like good cop shows, especially ones that aren't procedurals, you should be watching Justified.
Yeah, it's a little more interesting than your typical cop show because the whole premise of the thing, if you haven't watched it, it's called Justified because he tries to take out criminals by making their deaths justified shootings.
Yeah, he does. Although,
And the way he goes about it is pretty awesome generally. And so he's kind of like a vigilante cop, but he's using the law and the way that they work all that stuff to his favor. And it's really interesting.
the downside, though, is they're starting to get away from that and just focus more on the story.
Really?
Because they've had so many great stories. And now, I think we're in the 4th season, and the end of the, what was it, 2nd season? They were trying to say that he was a corrupt U.S. Marshal and all this other stuff, and his kill count just had to go down. So he hasn't been shooting people like he normally does, but conversely, people are still dying left and right on that show. The actor that played Major Dad was on, and they chopped his foot off. And it was bloody. And then they showed it, like they took the bandages off. Oh, I'm sorry, it wasn't a bandage. It was this is Kentucky. It was a garbage bag with duct tape around it.
Of course it was.
And
You've never seen that
well,
employed?
when I get hurt, that's my first thing, duct tape. So
That is hardcore country right there, folks. Hardcore country.
I know it's such a good show, though. All right, gentlemen. I tell you what, Eli, you want to lead us off with the news?
With news, for my portion of the news today, I watched the Nintendo Direct that they put up this morning, and it had just a ridiculous amount of information in it. All of it, I'm pretty excited about it. I've always been a huge fan of Nintendo. I don't care if the Wii sucked. I don't care if it didn't have enough games. I've always liked Nintendo, and this year is looking pretty good for Nintendo because they have a lot of cool stuff on the horizon. They're focusing on Luigi this year. They're calling it the Year of Luigi. That's starting with Luigi's Mansion. Dark Moon. And Shigeru Miyamoto was on there talking about the new multiplayer modes that game is going to have on the 3DS. It's going to have 4-player co-op, where you are going to go through a tower challenge mode and work your way up this tower, zapping some ghosts, sucking them up in the ghost vac.
Ghostbusters.
And I loved the first Luigi's Mansion. That was one of the best GameCube games. I still, to this day, enjoy that game. It's a lot of fun. But they're going to have online play. They've got a couple different modes. They've got like a time attack mode and like a race mode trying to escape the ghosts. And that comes out on March 24th. They've had that date locked in for a while, but they reiterated it. They're going to have a new Mario and Luigi RPG that takes place inside of Luigi's dreams. And on the lower screen, you're going to have Luigi down there sleeping, and to solve certain puzzles in the game, you're going to have to, like, tug on his mustache or something to get him to sneeze, and that'll cause him to do something in the dreams that'll open up a path for Mario, who's platforming through the sequence. So, I mean, that's pretty cool. It sounds goofy and weird, but that's different. It's creative. And Nintendo's always doing something creative with their stuff.
I'm going to call that Mario Party Inception.
Well, no, the title is obvious, but not quite that obvious. But it's Mario and Luigi Dream Team. They didn't give a set date, but that's coming this summer. And it looked really nice. More Mario and Luigi RPGs. Those are always a lot of fun. They're also doing a new Mario Golf World Tour. That's coming this summer for the 3DS. And it's going to have a bunch of different courses, like you would expect. They're doing some crazy big package of DLC for New Super Mario Bros. U. and that is going to redo all of the existing stages. There's a ton of stages in that game anyway, but it's going to redo all those stages, and you're going to be playing a complete new adventure as Luigi, and it's going to be called Super Luigi U. And it's going to be like the biggest piece of DLC Nintendo's probably ever done, I would imagine, because they haven't really done anything until recently with the 3DS and the Wii U.
Right. I was going to say, like, how much DLC have they ever put out?
Yeah, not a lot. A little bit, but not a lot. That should be interesting. Hey, all you Zelda fans out there, I bet you wish you had a place on the Miiverse that you could draw some Zelda pictures and share them with your friends. Well, now you can, because they're putting up a Zelda thing on the Miiverse. Basically, it's a glorified forum, I guess. But that's what they're doing. It's up there today. Hey, go buy Fire Emblem, because that game is great. And Nintendo really wants you to know about that, because if you can't buy it in retail stores, you can download it on their eShop.
Which is a first for Nintendo. Right.
It's not a first. It's not a first. They've done a lot of their 3DS stuff day and date so far. Like New Super Mario Bros. 2.
Okay.
That was done day and date with the retail release for download on there. You do. You really do.
Nah.
They're great. Oh, and hey, great news. If you don't have a 3DS yet, they're getting ready to do a promotion where you buy a 3DS XL and a copy of either the new Luigi's Mansion or the new Pokemon Dungeon Explorers game that's coming out. And then you get a download copy of one of 5 different games. And they listed like New Super Mario Bros. 2, Mario 3D Land, a couple different things like that. We're good. Just in case you're wondering what just happened there, we thought maybe we had this microphone on mute the whole time, but we didn't. We're good. It just lights up when it's not muted, which is...
Why does a mute button light up when it's not... Never mind.
Yeah, anyways. That's disconcerting. I don't... Okay. But anyway, so they're doing that. So, 3DS XL, you buy one game, you get another game free. That's a pretty good deal.
Yeah, that's a pretty good deal.
They've also got a bunch of their stuff on the eShop on sale right now. Tons of DLC coming out for Fire Emblem. It looks like they're going to do a pattern, like they're going to have 3 maps in a pack for $6. So that's a good deal. I mean, you get 3 extra challenge maps. It gives you probably 4 or 5. I don't know exactly how long. Maybe 3 or 4 hours of gameplay total.
Do you know if I take that? Say I get that DLC and then I, get some like awesome stats or whatever.
You take that back into your game.
Main game.
Yeah.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
Yeah, one of the DLC maps they mentioned has like you're fighting against all these super wealthy dudes. And they're going to drop a lot of gold for you.
Okay.
And so then you take that gold back and you buy cool stuff in the main game. All that stuff, that's like the best way to grind your characters and everything too, is all these DLC maps. So they're making that stuff really interesting, and it's a reasonable price point, I think. Animal Crossing New Leaf coming out June 9th. Share homes via Street Pass. New features for the US release. Hey, and if you like Style Savvy, the girls' fashion game, they're getting some Animal Crossing stuff in there, so look out for that.
I don't.
Woohoo! Lego City Undercover coming out March 18th for the Wii U, and The Chase Begins for 3DS on April 21st. They've got some free Ninja Gaiden 3 update with a bunch of new characters and stuff. That game sucks.
Wasn't that Ninja Gaiden 3? Are you talking about the Wii U version?
I'm talking about the Wii U version. It's like the Razor's Edge or something.
It's supposed to be the good version there, right?
There's not a good version of Ninja Gaiden 3.
Yeah,
that game...
I'm just saying what I heard.
That game. Okay.
Anyways.
Wii Street U is free, and it uses Google Maps technology, Street View, to use the gamepad, and you hold it up and you walk down a virtual street. It's neat. It's just a neat thing, and it's free, and so who cares?
Yeah, pretty much.
But it's neat. Yeah, it's neat. So you're going to download it and you're going to mess with it like everybody is. It's neat. eShop. Hey, guess what? Awesome things are still happening on the eShop for the 3DS. This new game called Harmo Knight. It's going to be it's created by Game Freak, same people that make Pokemon, but it's like a little platformer and it's a rhythm game. But you jump and hit stuff with a stick to make rhythm along to these songs. Check it out. It's awesome. they're going to have that's coming out March 28th, demo March 14th. Kersploosh, you throw stones down a well, dodging obstacles on the way down. It's a really interesting idea for the 3D effect on the 3DS because, depth works really well on that thing. That's coming March 7th. New Mario and Donkey Kong minigame collection coming out. They didn't have a set date for that, I don't think. A new Dylan's Rolling Western game. Really popular eShop game. There's a new one coming out April 11th with some new modes and some new characters. Couple virtual console releases, Harvest Moon and Legend of the River King, are coming out. There's a big eShop sale going on. Crash Mo is on sale. Or either Crash Mo or Push Mo is on sale. So get that for sure. And a couple other good titles are on sale. I already mentioned the 3DS XL bundle. There's a new Tokitori game coming out for Wii U for the eShop on there. Tokitori 2. That was a cool game. Castlevania, March 5th for 3DS. Demo, February 28th. March 19th, Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate. Everybody out there already knows what Monster Hunter is. It's crazy. You can play... It has cross-play. So you can play with one person on the Wii U gamepad and 3 people on their 3DSs playing the same co-op game. And you can also transfer your saves from the Wii U to the 3DS and play on the go, because it's the same game on both platforms somehow. It's crazy. I'll probably end up getting that. That'll be fun.
Just out of curiosity, does anyone have something like that for, say, iPad or Android?
What do you mean?
Now?
Like
a 4-player co-op game?
Space Team?
No, I had nothing
But-
like that.
I can't think of anything offhand
It just seems like something
that's good.
it's something that should be done right now.
Well, since they're
The
coming out
closest
with a
thing that I
gaming
can think
tablet,
of
so they'll eventually get there.
Those
The
things are
closest
kind
thing I can think
insane.
of is Space Team. Have you seen
I
that?
haven't seen Space Team.
It's like each person on their phone has a control panel, and then you have to yell out commands that are showing up on yours for your friends to perform on theirs.
No, that's terrible.
It's really interesting. You'll have to
I
look
don't
at it.
wanna-
It's
yeah.
cool. And at the very end of the press conference, Reggie Fils-Aimé comes out and drops a huge bomb that was not really a huge bomb. It was just Donkey Kong Returns remade for the 3DS in 3D. Donkey Kong Country Returns. The game that came out for the Wii a couple years ago.
So they're gonna remake
That
it.
got a completely lukewarm reception, much like what
Because
it's getting
Donkey
right
Kong
now.
wasn't a very popular character.
Well,
Yeah.
it's not even that. It's
So
just
that
a
was
remake
that
of
was
a
what
game
they-
that was okay.
That was what they ended the Nintendo Direct with, was Reggie Fils-Aimé coming out and being like, "Hey, remember Donkey Kong Country Returns?
It's back.
We're putting that on the 3DS in 3D.
Yeah.
It looks 3D." And that was what That's all my news. I'm not gonna take any more time because that was a lot.
That was a lot. That was-
But
he
I
has
thought
that much
it
fun
was
now.
cool. I enjoyed it. I had
I
a
know.
lot of fun watching it. And Nintendo, I like the Nintendo Direct. It's like a weekly, well, not really weekly, but it's nice that they keep you updated. I wish more companies would do that stuff, like, and say, here's what we're working on. Even if it's stuff you already know about, it helps get you hyped about it and let you know that they care.
Yeah, the secrecy of the industry is kind of annoying.
It is, like, because there's so much marketing happening, like, that you get shielded from all kinds of cool things that you should hear about on a regular basis, just because they're waiting for a big announcement, or we can't
for
tell
E3
we can't
or-
tell you anything until E3 or DICE or Game Developers
Yeah,
Conference.
that's okay. Well, I'll definitely pass on that treatment forever.
Yeah.
Because it's lame. Although
Yeah.
I still am not a.
I would rather
Nintendo
just
fan.
have people tell. I know, yeah.
GameCube and Nintendo DS, last systems I bought for Nintendo.
I have every Nintendo system they've ever put out, except the Virtual Boy. That's the only one I never got.
I have
And
one, but
like,
it needs fixed.
For some reason, I did not have $20 when they were getting rid of them at KB Toys. Like, for some reason, I just didn't have the $20 to buy one. Which seems
you missed out.
pathetic.
It's actually
Because
pretty
I
awesome.
probably ended up spending $20 on Ninja Turtles or something instead.
Yeah, which was, I mean, unless you open or didn't open them, in which case that might be.
No, they're open.
Okay, that was a terrible.
A couple
idea.
of them are missing arms, I think, because the arms were really bad on the...
I don't
the
want to
old Ninja
know
Turtles.
what happened to your Ninja Turtles. It sounds scary at this point. All right, Marquise, you want to finish up with the news?
Yeah, so I've got some news. It's not too much, but
By comparison, you could talk for an hour and it wouldn't be...
easy destroyed me. But this week, Marvel and DC had their big writers summits. There was no big news there, obviously, but we know that each year the summits they come out with their big events of the year. So be looking forward to hearing those events coming out for 2014, whatever big events they've got. But big news out of the summit, which was huge for DC, was the Green Lantern writers are leaving in May. Jeff Johns, writer of Green Lantern, who's wrote for 9 years, Peter Tomasi, Tony Bernard, Pete Mulligan, they're all done in May after this run on the battle of the fight with the first Lantern or whatever. They're winding their run down.
Huh.
That's huge news because Jeff Johns has been writing for 9 years. He's basically redesigned the entire GL story. So that's big news. We don't know who's going to replace on what book yet. But look forward to hearing about that coming up soon. Amazing Spider-Man news. Felicity Jones, some British actress, she in this movie Like Crazy, is a romantic comedy. She got cast in Amazing Spider-Man 2, an undisclosed character, but rumor has it she's playing the Black Cat, which means
It'd be interesting to have Black Cat in a movie finally.
Which means there's gonna be instead of a love triangle, there's gonna be a love square. Now we're gonna have because we're getting Mary Jane, we have Gwen Stacy, and then we'll have Black Cat.
Unnecessary.
Okay, considering... well, alright. First off, the last other Spider-Man 3 had 3 villains, right? I mean, technically, Harry Osborn wasn't a villain.
Yeah, kinda.
But, it was packed.
It was basically, it was villain overload.
So now we just have 3 hot chicks.
Oh, no, we're gonna get... Did you not hear about...
We're getting the Shocker.
We're getting Rhino. We're getting Electro.
Quilted Northern Man?
No, we're only getting Electro so far.
He's Electro.
Electro.
Right.
Jamie Foxx is playing Electro.
I think he was Shocker. I don't know.
Paul Giamatti is playing the Rhino.
I did hear that.
Really?
Which is funny.
Yes, he's a big Spider-Man fan. And
That's awesome.
And he loves the Rhino character, and he petitioned for this role.
So they're doing the whole thing where he shape shifts into a giant person, as opposed to the other things that you read where he's just always the Rhino.
Yeah, I don't know if they're going to do it like where he gets into a suit and they transform him or something.
They kind of set it up in the first one to, at least with the game afterward anyway, they kind of seemed like they were setting it up there would be all kinds of different mutants out.
Yeah,
and about. And even in the end of the movie, they kind of set it up for there to be more mutants happening.
And in the TV show, Ultimate Spider-Man, if you guys have been keeping up with that.
Yes, Sinister 6 this Sunday, guys. Sinister 6. I'm pretty jazzed about that. I'm not a big Ultimate Spider-Man fan, but for the Sinister Six, he's fighting by himself. There's no Spidey's little band of troops with him. It's him versus 6 supervillains, and it's going to be pretty awesome. Captain America 2 news. Stanley Tucci has said he played Abraham Wernitzky in the first one. He's saying that Haley Atwell, who played Peggy Carter, will be cameoing in a flashback for this one, so
yay
for we get some closure, and she's pretty to look at. So also the star of ABC's Revenge, Emily Van Camp, is playing Sharon Carter, Cap's future love interest, and her granddaughter or grandniece?
Yeah, I think it's a granddaughter.
Her granddaughter. So yeah, that's gonna be weird and awkward.
Okay, my only complaint there with Emily Van Camp, she's very wholesome looking. But if you do watch Revenge, then you know she's also a hardcore, ninja in training on that show, which is really weird.
Yeah, dude. Any chick that gets trained by Shang Tsung is pretty awesome.
Yeah. I was upset that they changed to that dude in the second season.
They changed actors halfway through. It's like, what?
Yeah, I was completely lost the first couple episodes.
They changed it from Shang Tsung to...
No, they changed it to Shang Tsung.
I like Shang Tsung, though. The guy,
yeah,
I forget his name,
too.
but
he's cool, but it really threw me off, because I watch that show. I like that show. It's an entertaining show. the first couple episodes of this season, I didn't know who that dude was. Because I don't think she called him by name.
No, she didn't.
Yeah,
And I was just like, who is this guy? Is it the sensei? I don't know. I can't tell.
see, that was the only thing that I knew going in because I'd read they changed him over. I was like, oh.
I was disappointed because I
Sad.
like that first dude they had.
Yeah, he's a
Well,
great
he was in
martial
some other
artist.
stuff too.
Yeah, we'll have to.
I've seen
check
him
that
in a
out.
lot of stuff. I don't remember.
Yeah.
Research.
So another big thing, Game of Thrones star, Emmy Award-winning, Golden Globe award-winning Peter Dinklage has been signed on for X-Men: Days of Future Past.
Nice.
I'm calling Puck.
It's
gotta be
rumored.
Puck.
It's rumored he's playing Puck, but the singer said he's playing an unnamed villain, so it is not Puck. So he's playing a villain. So it's going to be interesting. Maybe he's playing Mastermind.
Arcade.
I was thinking a really short
If he
arc.
plays Arcade, that would be awesome.
You know, I can
Why
see
doesn't
him.
Why doesn't anybody put Arcade in their movie?
I can see him with like really
Well, like he kind of
orange
was
hair.
though. Wasn't Arcade referenced in one of the movies?
I don't
Like
think
he had
so.
a little blurb.
No, but
No.
but
No?
he is currently in the Avengers
I'm
Academy,
thinking one of the cartoons.
the Avengers Island or whatever.
No, it's
Avengers Academy, well, whatever it is, like they're doing like the Battle Royal for the Avengers kids,
Oh yeah,
and he's the guy doing it, which is
Nice.
pretty awesome.
Battle Royale, great movie.
Avengers
Check it out.
Arena. That's what it is.
Avengers Arena, yeah.
Which is hilarious.
Also, Hugh Jackman's role in Days of Future Past is supposed to be a major role. I don't know why we're going back to this. Singer, I understand Singer has got connection with these people, but we've gotten. What about the new kids? Can we love the new kids?
First Class was great.
That's what I mean.
That's all I want.
I mean,
First
and,
Class.
and Matthew Vaughn okayed him taking over. That's fine.
I need to go back and watch that again. I bought that thing and I watched it one time and it was great.
Oh,
I
it was
just haven't
great.
watched it again.
I hope they bring back Darwin because they kind of killed him off lame.
You know what? I think that Darwin. Okay, if his mutant power is survival,
Yeah.
so the only way he could survive would be to be blown up, and then if he comes back together after like 20 years, it just takes that long. That would actually be awesome, because with his mutant power in the comics, he can take anything.
Yeah, pretty much. Like yeah, and what happened when he was fighting the Hulk? It was like he was trying to absorb all the gamma radiation. He blew himself up because he couldn't take it. He was like, that's the only way I could go. So I had to get rid of myself. So okay, I see that going down.
Well, I mean, he would do things like, what was it, during the Rise and Fall, I think was it the Rise and Fall of the Shi'ar Empire, where there's like a laser grid, and he just kind of pushes himself through it, and his body bends around the laser. I mean, you know, and some of the other stuff like in X Factor, I don't know if you've been keeping up, did you read the one when they were in Vegas, and then they fought, was it Death?
Yeah,
And
he
he became Death?
yeah.
Come on, man!
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
insane!
yeah. Because he's hunting Wolfbane's kid now.
That's the other thing I was playing. Darksiders 2.
And there was one big thing with the DC news this week. There's been a lot of controversy with the DC's doing their first digital anthology of Superman, and they penned Orson Scott Card to write
Random?
one of the stories.
Wow.
And yeah, it sounds good, but there's a lot of people protesting him because of his views on homosexuality.
He is prejudiced. We're going to talk about the road to WrestleMania, boys. Now,
We're on that road.
we're on the road. The road to WrestleMania, for those of you who don't know, basically it's the beginning of the year until WrestleMania. So this is their finale. This is the end of their quote-unquote season. Now, there's no actual seasons, but if they had one, it would be this. And this is my favorite time for wrestling because it's
When they do all the cool stuff.
it's either they're going to get it right or they're going to screw up so bad.
And so far, I think they've been getting it right. Starting with the return of Mark Henry.
They
was
mostly
good.
been getting stuff right. They didn't get stuff right when they let Cena win the Rumble.
Look here, Super Cena. We have to understand that Super Cena he is the company.
Oh, okay. First off, they put the belt on a guy that doesn't even show up, to every Raw. Okay, and CM Punk was at he was at every Raw, and he was at mini SmackDown. Rock
Yeah.
shows up for one SmackDown. avoids it like the plague after that, and then he's going to do every other Raw until WrestleMania, where he drops the belt to Cena, and that's it. Rock's going to make it through okay. He's going to have the title, and he's going to wrestle. Unless the only other thing that I see happening is that Punk gets screwed over, calls foul, and it's a triple threat, in which case Cena will still take the title from Rock at WrestleMania.
See, that's why it's bad, because Cena's just
I think it's a good thing.
Instant win.
I think it's a good thing that The Rock
He's
has
like
a
a
belt.
scratch-off ticket.
The Rock has a belt, helps the company in different ways.
Man.
The one, he's the name. He's going to bring that draw. People who don't watch wrestling will watch now because, The Rock's a champion again? Let me watch Raw. Let me watch SmackDown, which he has been on several SmackDowns. So let me go watch that show again because The Rock's a champion and he might show up. And regardless of him wrestling or not, it's his presence that draws people.
Just the fact that
his presence that draws people in. So that's a good thing, and that brings the company in. It also helps Rock out because Rock is promoting 3 movies this year.
At least.
At least
3
Well,
movies.
he also has
And a milk commercial.
a reality show, or did he already do that? I don't remember.
he's doing that.
It's coming up, right?
It's coming out, yeah.
Okay.
So he's got the Snitch movie, he's got the Fast Six, and he's got G.I. Joe, all coming out within WrestleMania time.
Yeah, so he's got to be everywhere.
He's got to be everywhere, which is also bringing more attention to the company. Because he, as champion, he can go walk into a studio. I'm the WWE champion. Smell what The Rock is cooking. Come see The Rock's movie. And people's like, The Rock is back. I'm going to watch that.
That's true. Don't get me wrong. You're right.
I've been more interested in wrestling since The Rock came back.
See?
No, don't get me wrong. You are right.
That dude is way better than anybody else they have on that show, I think.
The problem is that Vince and his cronies painted themselves into a corner because they don't have the big name guys, and they won't push the ones that are almost there, if not there. Look at Dolph Ziggler. He's got a stable right now where he's got a chick, he's got a big dude that comes out with him. You know that's going to end up working, where he doesn't have them. It's just him, and I'm wondering if they're going to screw him over and he lose the Money in the Bank match whenever he has it. He's been holding on to it for 7 months now?
No. I here's what I think is going to happen with the Money in the Bank. I think Cena's going to win. And I think it's going to be a bad match. And I think Ziggler's going to cash in on Cena.
Dude, if that happened, that would be amazing.
He'll cash in on Cena at Mania, and he'll and Big E run in and finish Cena off. He'll hit him with the zigzag, and boom, he's the champ.
That'd be great. You know what? If Cena, if that happens, that'll tell me that Cena knows what's going on, and he knows that they have to promote these people, and that would be the biggest stage of them all where that happens. That'd be amazing.
That also voids out Rock's rematch clause.
Well,
yeah, because if you think,
I think they honored that when was it? I don't know. They've honored that before, where they say, "Okay, well, you lost, so you have chances."
But if we're thinking story-wise, The Rock's gonna be done after Mania, so that voids Rock's.
That's true.
That voids Rock's rematch clause. Cena has a new stable to fight. Super Cena's got to overcome Dolph Ziggler now, and CM Punk still creeping in the background somewhere. That sets it up nice. See?
I really just want CM Punk to...
Dolph Ziggler's so dumb, though.
No, he's a great wrestler, though.
Yeah, but
he just has horrible hair and a horrible name.
No, I like them better with the Mr. Perfect persona.
Yeah, it's Mr. Perfect. It really is. That's all it is.
So bad.
I respected Mr. Perfect back in the day because he was an amazing technical wrestler, and Dolph is almost to that point, but his moves are more... I don't know, they're more explosive because he's a smaller guy, so he has to be more explosive.
And
he has to jump up all the time.
We need suplexes back. Please, for the love of mercy in heaven, can I get a German suplex?
They do them every now and then, but it's so few and far between. I think it has to go with their health.
I understand. You don't have to do triple Germans. You don't have to be Kurt Angle and triple German, a quadruple German, everyone. But can I get a German suplex in someone's cachet of moves? Can I get a belly to belly suplex?
What's that?
Yeah,
I only see those in.
Can I get a commentary who knows a move? Besides JR, there's no other person who commentates that know movesets.
Well, they're told not to.
Yeah,
they're told don't give
because
them
if you
names.
give it a name, then kids will try and do it.
Well, also, I think it's not just that. I think that it's how approachable is this product? Oh, well, it's this move and this move. Well, I don't. What? That's confusing. Why is it called that? I don't understand.
But at the height, but you understand, the height of wrestling, we had that.
Oh, yeah.
We knew what the even flow DDT was. We knew what we knew what a snap suplex was. We knew. I mean,
Frankensteiner.
We knew what the Frankensteiner was. Who knows what a Frankensteiner is now? Like, how do you do that? That's some crazy Japanese move. No, it's the Frankensteiner.
Well, the Hurricane Rana is an awesome move, and
they don't even do that anymore.
They still do it every now and then, just not as much. That's the thing. Like Rey Mysterio came back, and everyone's all excited about Rey Mysterio. You know, I'm not excited.
He came out and did a Hurricane Rana, and he left.
Yeah, and then he's still wrestling again, but he is in such bad shape. And
his knee is bad. And
if you look, I mean, I'm not trying to be mean. I'm not,
Oh,
he's fat.
I know.
He's got fat now.
Yeah. Well, again, Ray should be training.
Ray should be retired.
That's what I mean. He should be retired by training
new people.
Training new people.
Okay,
new luchadors. First teaching.
We need more luchadors.
Teaching them English because he can teach them English.
Ultimo Dragon should come back.
Oh, the WWE ruined Ultimo Dragon. I don't even want to talk about that.
Well, they really need a, like light heavyweight X Division, something where every match is, this impressive, explosive thing.
They don't want people to get hurt, and kids don't try this at home.
Okay, but they're losing viewership. They're losing audience. What was one of the things that helped Monday Night?
They're the number one television show on TV. They're not losing anyone.
The Hardcore Championship.
Don't you dare say they're losing anybody.
No, they're still not getting the numbers they used to. That's the problem. But the thing that I think helps Nitro win, which a lot of people agree, is the luchadors.
Yeah.
They brought in these little guys.
That was always
amazing.
Yeah.
What helped Nitro win was the mid-card matches.
Yeah.
Mid-card matches of Chris Jericho versus Eddie Guerrero, Dean Malenko versus Perry Saturn.
Forgot about Dean Malenko.
Freaking Glacier was good.
Dude,
I forgot about Dean Malenko.
Chris Benoit before, he became big.
Norman Smiley. He's got... yes, Norman Smiley.
He was entertaining. He was very entertaining.
Disco Inferno. These mid-card guys, they put on shows.
I have a Disco Inferno action figure.
You don't care. You didn't care about... nothing wrong with a little Disco Inferno in your life.
A little bit.
I was like, I want that one.
But the WWE is losing that mid-card talent. Now, they're starting to build a tag team division, which is great.
Yeah, but now they're tearing it apart. This, the last couple of weeks with what was it? They got rid of Rhodes Scholars, and Team Hell No looks like it's going to break up.
No.
Yes.
No.
Aren't they both in the Elimination Chamber match though?
Yeah.
And so the Elimination Chamber match this Sunday coming up, it will be Daniel Bryan, it will be Mark Henry, it will be Jack Swagger, who just came back, it will be Chris Jericho, Randy Orton, and Kane.
All right, I like Jack Swagger as a wrestler. I hate his new gimmick with the guy with the mustache. Did you watch Raw this past Monday?
No, I didn't get to.
You need to watch. I hope it's on the Hulu thing. If not, they replay it on it's like Universal HD or something. It's their like 400 something channel.
I don't think I get that.
But I'll look to see. I think it's in the same package with with a G4 and all that stuff.
Oh, I get that.
So I'll look to see later. But no, it's what was it? This it had this old guy that's supposed to represent like the Tea Party and just like a Fox News fan.
Oh, the beard and mustache guy.
Yeah.
The African safari looking, should have been carrying a blunderbuss looking guy.
Yeah, exactly. Like, what's up with that guy?
Yeah, I thought he looked like.
You know what's wrong with this country? Them people. Like, what? What?
Yeah.
You're going with some super racist character as, Jack Swagger's friend and trainer.
Yeah.
So is Jack
He's supposed
Swagger
to be the All-American American. So yeah,
I don't know about
Jack
you, but I don't
Swagger
think
is
I've
not
seen,
a face. He's a heel.
I've
His
not
character
seen any
has always
Americans
been
that
heel.
look like that guy.
No, I'm just saying.
He looked like an old school European safari guy.
he should have been part of the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
Yes. but with Swagger is a heel. He's always been a heel. So you got to make him despicable. The more despicable a person is, the more the crowd reacts to him. Just ask Alberto Del Rio when he was a heel. He was despicable.
See, Alberto Del Rio is one of the best things they got going for him.
As a face,
he's like a regular
as a face,
dude.
he's great as a face. He brings the crowd in. He's hilarious. He reminds me of a very young Eddie Guerrero.
Yeah,
One of the things I like
a little bit.
that they didn't do,
Not the same kind of grunginess, though.
they didn't make him lose his wealth. You know?
Yeah.
Because normally in wrestling, it's like, oh, well, now you're broke, so, I'm like everyone else. You know, you don't have to be poor, you don't have to be wealthy
Yeah.
to be considered in. You can just be,
Of course,
the same thing.
I do miss him coming out, driving out an expensive car, and go like, "It's the 90s." Yeah, just yes, I'm driving an expensive car.
I would rather now he just has awesome, pyro. I know they're trying to save money, but where's my pyro? I want like tons of pyro. I want awesome pyro. Like
They don't want to burn people like they burned the Undertaker with his pyro, or they blew up Jeff Hardy's face. They decided that they decided to tone down the pyro to WrestleMania. Everyone to get pyro at Mania.
better. See, that's one of the things I always hate when, I'm watching wrestling and the pyro is just not really there. I remember we went to go see, what was it, SmackDown taping last year, and when Kane came out, that was so awesome.
It was so hot. It was we felt the heat from the flames.
The Nitro
We were like
and Thunder
300 feet
years
away.
are the best years of wrestling.
Well, yeah, the Attitude Era, the Monday Night Wars,
Yep.
Really they are, and we're not
It's the
going to have
best.
that back.
It's
and
never coming back.
the last couple of years, they really tried to bring that back, and
Yep.
it's just not happening.
Nope.
So, I mean, there's nothing we can do on that. That's fine. I understand, but I really would like them to try harder to build up their mid-card people. Kofi Kingston, great wrestler. The gimmick,
As always.
they're coming up with him is stupid. We're like, he's the Wildcat. Like, no, he's not even from Jamaica.
No. See, what they're trying to do is they lost Morrison, who wears their Spider-Man. John Morrison did some Hennigan, whatever he calls himself now, he goes by his real name. He did some incredible stuff in that ring. I'm not gonna lie. He was Spider-Man, and when Melina took him away, because Melina took him away,
Well, she got fired, so.
she got fired and got mad and said, "You shouldn't work for them anymore." He was like, "Well, okay, baby, I guess, because
I'm
I love you. I mean, I'm whipped." So he's now working the indie circuit forever until he dumps her, which will be soon.
Or he can go to TNA. And
They-
then get buried
They
in there.
have no money for. They don't have money for Hennigan right now.
Dude, they got... I don't know.
Why they cut pay-per-views? Because they're losing money. That's why they cut most of the pay-per-views.
They shouldn't have gone to 12 pay-per-views anyways. It was a horrible idea. That was Hulk's idea, I think. It was just stupid.
See,
They just said, we're going to compete with WWE.
That's why
and
Pritchard. That's why
no.
Pritchard's running the show now, and Hulk's
Yeah.
just there, because Bruce Pritchard's amazing, and he's saved the company
But they still need to do something with
with
the
aces and eights.
That-
Yeah.
it's like a biker gang infiltrated the wrestling arena, beat the crap out of random people. It's like a biker gang invading a bar.
It's like the NWO biker gang, and now it's growing like the NWO. Every week a new wrestler joins. It's
Yeah.
like this week, like this past Impact 2 joined. Was it Wes Briscoe and Garrett Bischoff, which he stinks.
He's got the look, but he isn't that good of a wrestler, no.
He got his daddy's name, and that's what it is.
But Briscoe actually looks like he has the talent.
Yeah.
But he's kind of weird looking in the face.
So far, the feasible names that you will recognize in this Aces and Eights group, and we've diverged from the WWE competition, but it'll be the guy Doc, who is Luke Gallows, CM Punk's friend, the former Mike Knox, Devon, Wes Briscoe, Garrett Bischoff, and Ken Anderson.
Anderson. Which
Yeah.
he's not even doing that anymore because he's a heel in a weird stable. And he wasn't even part of the group, he just kind of joined it. Like, instead of...
He kind of like half joined it.
Yeah, he's like, I guess I'm in it. Okay.
Hey guys.
Guys, you're providing hookers and beer. Yay. Yeah, I don't understand where they're going with it. It doesn't make any sense, but do something with it, guys.
Does Sting still wrestle?
He wrestles. It's weird because he wears a shirt. Like, he's still wearing his Stinger outfit, then he has a shirt on.
He did that like once in a while in WCW too.
It's all the time.
It's all the time now. At least Undertaker mans up, and when he wrestles without the shirt.
Yeah.
He-Man's up
Still
and
do
says
all those moves, Scorpion Deathlock, all that stuff.
Yeah.
he's like the John Cena
DDT.
now. He hits his 5 moves of doom: the Stinger Splash,
Yeah.
Yeah.
the Deathlock. You know, when he does a 1-on-1 competitive match, if he does one, he'll go all out. He'll go old school Stinger on you in a heartbeat. But when he's like in the ring with someone, when he's doing like tag team matches, he's like a 5 moves of doom guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the one thing the
he let
team,
Bully Ray do all the moves. Used to be Bubba Ray, but now it's Bully Ray.
one thing the TNA's doing right is their women's division.
Best women's division other than Shimmer.
They are kicking butt.
Shimmer's completely women's.
Because Roxy Rowe's there,
Yeah.
and Daphne's she's like a ring announcer for them and stuff. But I mean, they do things right. They just re-signed Velvet Sky, which was a huge, good deal for them. They have Mickie James, who has all the WWE knowledge experience from being trained from Lita and being trained from Trish Stratus. And they got Victoria, who's another just being trained. She's Tara now, but you know who's been in that old school. I want to just wrestle like a dude wrestle. They do all the moves. They hit all the bumps right. And you look at WWE, it's like, oh, it's prissy. They don't want to hurt each other.
In late, I'd say the late '90s, and early 2000s, the whole concept with women wrestling in WWE is basically let's get a stripper and throw her in some tights and low cut outfits, and maybe she'll have a match. It'll be terrible. It'll be a little cat fight. Maybe we'll do a gimmick with a
lingerie pillow fight or something.
Well, I was thinking like the Jello pool type thing, like they had mud matches or whatever, where they'd bring an actual pool and fill it with mud, and
That's so dumb.
it was bad. But
It was bad, but if you think about it though, even in that period, they produced talented women wrestlers. Maria is she's in Ring of Honor now, and she's kicking butt and taking names in Ring of Honor.
did love me some Maria.
I mean, and she it took her a while to learn wrestling. I mean, they produced Candice Michelle, which was she was an excellent technical wrestler as a woman. You know, they had Tori. Tori wasn't the world's greatest wrestler, but she could go throw down. Stacy Healer wasn't the world's greatest wrestler, but she could hold her own. I mean, they had Trish, and they had Lita, and they had Tara, and they had Ivory when Ivory was there. And you look at WWE now,
Molly
it's
Holly.
like, yeah, Molly Holly.
Awesome.
You look at WWE now, it's like, okay, they had Beth Phoenix, and she was the wrestling machine. She carried the entire women's division. When she finally retired and said, I'm going to go home with Edge now, it left a void. And it's like, well, Caitlyn's big, and she's got some moves, but she's got no one to teach her. And then you've got AJ, who's 105 pounds of nothing. She can't throw down with Caitlyn.
I mean, they could have like I won't say David and Goliath, but more like Daniel Bryan and John Cena kind of match.
I mean, and
Which could be good. Which actually was actually. A
and
decent
they've
match.
got Tamina Snuka,
Yeah.
which Tamina is an excellent wrestler. They just
Yeah.
never use her.
And they don't know if they want to make her a heel or a face. They really don't.
And
They're
then,
like, I don't know.
then they're sitting on the gold mine. There's Natalia Neidhart.
I hate.
She's been trained in the dungeon. She is a heart by name. And the same goes with Tyson Kidd. They sit on these two diamonds.
Tyson Kidd's hurt right now. I don't know if you saw that. So
Yeah, but I'm just saying they sit on. I know.
know.
Yeah, they sit on these diamonds.
he was getting a moderate push from like low card to mid card, which is embarrassing because Tyson Kidd is an amazing technical wrestler. I mean, I would like to see matches between him, CM Punk, Daniel Bryan, Dolph Ziggler, because they would be great. They'd be great matches. I would love to watch that. We're not going to get it, but not for a year anyways.
No, because
and Evan Bourne, if he ever, whatever.
Evan Bourne is rocking the Indies now.
Oh, he is.
He's rocking Indies now.
Oh,
Yeah.
Way to go.
He's been future endeavored.
Awesome. That was,
Well, you know what? It's his fault. He got caught. Where's R-Truth been? Has he been future endeavored too?
technically he hasn't. He got that cut though at TLC. I don't know if you saw it. He had a gash that was like almost a foot long. It's like,
okay.
it's like 6 inches long. He has huge.
He got that cut like kind of like when Hardcore Holly got that cut when he was wrestling Robert Van Dam for the championship.
Yes.
And he got that big gash on his back. It took him like it was a huge gash. It took him a couple months to recover from that.
It was a huge. It's also a huge gash. I think it was actually wider. Like it was more open. I'll have to show you a picture sometime so you can cry. No, seriously, dude, this guy, he's got
That doesn't
cut.
sound amazing.
No, but to be fair, that pay-per-view was outstanding. I know it sounds terrible, but
Oh, the TLC, this year's TLC.
Oh,
Yeah, this year's TLC was like if there's one TLC pay per view buy, I'd buy this year's TLC because it was phenomenal.
best match was a Shield versus Team Hell No and Ryback. That
Okay,
was
and
amazing.
I am not. That's one match I'm not looking forward to in this pay per view. The Shield versus the Super Crew, the Super Friends
That kills me.
of Ryback, Sheamus, and Cena. I'm not looking forward to that.
No, we're all gonna watch it, but we're all gonna cry at that point.
I'm hoping for a fourth member of the Shield. Personally, I'm hoping for a fourth member of the Shield to come out.
The Rock.
No, I want
be the fourth Shield.
Alex Riley. I want A-Rod because A-Rod's a talented kid. He just needs a push, and the Shield will be his push. This week there's also Miz versus Cesaro. Cesaro is a beast.
I think that would be a decent match. Miz is competent now in the ring, and he doesn't have a lot of flair to him, but he's got some like poses and stuff. But he's not. I don't know. He doesn't have a unique style.
He look. Ric Flair gave him a gift. He gift wrapped him the figure 4 leg lock. If he's not using that correctly, that's his fault. I mean, he could do the whole. I do the whole Ric Flair imitation. I'll be like, I mean, he starts with the chop block and he starts doing it right, but he's also got to do the knee. He's got to do it right. He's not doing it right.
He needs to start doing the walk. Do the little what was that called? I don't know.
The strut. He had to do the
The
flare
strut, the flare strut. He's got to start doing that.
Nature boy.
Woo! And then what else what other matches is going to be?
You got Punk versus The Rock.
Punk versus
By
Rock.
the way, there's only one Elimination Chamber match in this pay-per-view.
which is weird.
It's a shame. Well, you know what the Elimination Chamber match should have been? The other one, if they're going to have at least one more. Come on. You just mentioned it. Yeah, imagine that. Shield versus Super Crew in an Elimination Chamber match done, old school style of like, oh, well, it's not just one pin, it's 3 pins to win. Yes. I mean, even in my, what was it, the newest one, WWE 13, that game, one of the options is a tag team elimination match. It would be so cool. I mean, you'd have like all the Shield like beating on Cena, and then suddenly Ryback comes out, and they're like, oh, and then they eliminate like Cena or Ryback, and then Sheamus comes out, and then all of them start destroying each other, and you've got guys jumping off the pods, because I know that's been done before, but when they do that and they like climb up the thing and drop down,
I want
cage,
someone to
dome.
spear someone through glass like Goldberg did to Jericho. That was beast.
I remember it was Jericho. I didn't remember it was
He
Goldberg.
looked at Chris Jericho and he just went boom right through the glass, and he broke him and then got up and just walked away, and Jericho was like folded in half like a piece of paper. I was like,
awesome.
Jericho can sell. He can sell, man.
Hey, that Elimination Chamber match is going to be pretty good, though. The one
Because
that
they're
they're
gonna
going to have.
because Mark Henry is he's the favorite to win right now. Are you sleepy, buddy? Are we boring you?
I
No.
think it's
I'm good.
It's bedtime. So I tell you what, guys. Welcome to the finale. So we're just gonna wrap it up. This is our first podcast we've put together. None of us have done this before, and it's something we just wanted to do for a long time. So we're gonna shoot for a weekly show. Hopefully, I'm hoping for April. We'll see. We'll have a website. Right now it's just me developing, and
Are we gonna put this on
me
YouTube? Are we
practicing.
gonna put this on YouTube?
This we're not gonna put on YouTube just because I mean, if you guys really want, we can put it on YouTube.
Let's keep it on YouTube, and we'll put it on.
Toss it on iTunes.
And then
That's what I want to do is just throw it on iTunes right now.
well, here's what we'll do. Why don't you put it on YouTube, and
we'll just have a still image there for people to look at.
why not?
As they listen to the audio.
Or what we can do is we can just put pictures of the topics we're talking about. Make like a little YouTube video. put pictures
Yeah,
of
we
what
could
we're
do that
talking
too.
about.
I'm
That's
thinking
true.
about that.
And then that way, while we're getting the website up, we're getting our name out. Okay, we're discussing business
Yeah, no,
on.
it's like, let's talk about this off
Uh,
camera.
So, wrap it up, what I'm going to say is buy more comic books. Preferably Marvel, because I'm a Marvel mark. But do check out IDW's run on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, because Leonardo's a bad guy now.
Which is so crazy.
Which is
I don't like
awesome. He works.
Shut your face.
He's working for the Shredder now.
That's awesome.
don't like
That's
it.
an awesome concept.
What has the Shredder really done to them other than terrorize them? He's not like killed one of their
Well,
friends.
yeah, but
I mean, basically, it's like we've been fighting for so long. What do we achieve?
I think I'll
Nothing?
just work with my enemy now.
That happens.
That happens.
You know,
So-
Come on, come on. There's worse things that happen in the comic books.
Oh yeah, but
Also pick up Fred Van Lente's G.I. Joe #1. That is an awesome book with a new G.I. Joe team. They're public now. They're operating out of New York City. He's got a cool team. Go see a good movie. Happy Valentine's Day to all the chicks. And watch more wrestling.
what's coming up next week? I'll be picking up a copy on Tuesday of Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance. Possibility we may have something with that, maybe
Oh.
some streaming.
Oh,
at
that's
some point
not a
next
possibility.
week.
We're doing that.
Yeah, that's probably what we're gonna do either
Probably
before
Tuesday
or
evening,
after.
maybe.
Oh yeah, if you want to do it that night, that's not a problem. So
yeah, I'm down.
You want to come by and we'll just
Yeah.
record some stuff.
I'm down.
Okay.
So look for that. We'll have that up on our Twitch channel, which we don't have a name for yet, but we'll
Hopefully by the time this is out, and
put it. We can
about-
put it in our show notes for this podcast.
Right. Let's see. I'm going to finish up Man with Iron Fists, because I like kung fu, and Wu-Tang does too. So
Good stuff.
they're not someone you want to mess with. And cash rules everything around me. Cream. It's about the money, dollar bills, y'all. And also, let's see. I'm gonna play some more Far Cry. Gonna try to beat it. I want to do a quick look or something. Of
A check
Fable.
out.
Yeah, a Fable. I want to.
You can't say quick look.
I
That's,
know.
That's taken.
That's taken. I know. We're still getting this together. I don't want to call it a Let's Play. Everyone calls it Let's Play.
Let's play.
this.
Well, I mean, we'll have Let's Plays.
We're
We'll
gonna
have
call
Let's
it Let's
Plays.
Play.
I mean, everybody else calls them Let's Plays. It's a
that's
Let's
the
Play.
thing. It's Let's Play, but we'll work on that. But
We'll have stuff in the vein of a Let's Play.
yeah, for Fable the Journey, do a little Power Up Heroes versus mode. Yes, we have some Connect action,
Yeah, we'll do Connect.
Um,
We'll get on the internet and embarrass ourselves.
and then we're down the road hope to have some good videos of us all playing online together. So it just depends on how things fall.
Logistics.
Yep.
What can Brown do for you?
It'll be the Time Russ Brain Trust Plays.
Hey, there we go.
That's a mouthful.
There we go.
But,
Creative process in effect.
I think soon, not this instant, but soon you're gonna be playing some Dishonored. You want to try that out?
Yeah.
Because I'm not done with Far Cry yet, so I'm not saying this week.
I'm gonna
but
finish
maybe
Far
next week.
Cry up either tomorrow or Saturday.
I tell you what. How about you start on Dishonored maybe after Tuesday,
Yeah.
then play enough, and then be ready for it on the next thing.
Yeah, I can do that.
All right. That's great. So this is us. This is a rough podcast. We're
It'll
just
evolve.
starting. It'll evolve. We'll check our levels. This might all be terrible, and we may have had it on mute the whole time. We don't know.
We don't
so
even know if it's muted.
We don't know.
Oh
We're
my
gonna,
God.
just say
If it's muted, we're gonna be so mad because we wasted like an hour of good talk.
That's okay. We remember everything we said, right?
dude. I don't remember
We'll just
last
say it
week.
again. We'll
I-
do all the same jokes.
It'll
be fine.
Look for our videos up on YouTube. I'm gonna start streaming some stuff. You guys can watch me fail at Dark Souls miserably.
That's going to be. That's probably the thing I'm looking forward to the most is watching you struggle with Dark Souls because I love that game, and
It's
every time
crazy.
somebody fails at it, I enjoy it because it's like, yeah, I was there.
Wow. I really enjoy games like Dark Souls with action RPG, but I know that's also one of the most brutal games of all time. Anyways, that'll conclude our first ever Time Rust Brain Trust podcast. So thanks for listening, and we'll see you next week.
Hey, time rush, wasting your time. So hey, you can get on with the day. Peace out.